Oh, hi, Mona. How are you? Thank you for joining. I'm just waiting for to share the live here. I am glad that you are well, Mona. I am just almost finished sharing it out. I just saw the shares pop up in the Telegram. Oh, yay. Awesome. I got to figure out how to make you a moderator. Add as a moderator. Managing moderator. Share. Mona, I think you have the access now, so that way you can do it. So hopefully it will be a good live and everything like that. So yay, that actually was easier than I thought. It's like a learning curve on here and things like that. Oh my goodness. It's kind of like last night, Mona, when we were all testing it out on YouTube for the first time and things like that. So, but yeah, so that is basically there. I have my sage going on in the background there and everything, so that is all good. And that is where that is at and things like that. So obviously, I think I'm going to be doing the Psychic Tarot of the Heart for the main one. And then, of course, we might add a little bit of the Angel Wisdom. And then we'll see what else is going to happen and things like that. So, but yeah, so that is basically the gist of everything and stuff like that. So, and if you see, Mona, if you see other moderators hop in, let me know so that way I can add them in. Oh, thank you. And that way it's like one of my favorite decks. Is it this one that you liked, or is it the one where it was this one? I couldn't remember which one you liked. Because I have quite a few, so it is. I also have this one as well. And things of that nature. So, and then I also have this one as my favorite one, as you know, with the Soul True Self-Awareness deck. Oh, I think some of Teddy's hair was on there. So that is one of those things and stuff like that. So I am really loving it and things like that. So that is there and everything like that. So, but yes, so it is all fun. Okay, now I see what Mona was, or Nicole was saying yesterday which was the timer. I guess there is a timer on here. So I think only the creators can see it, or the people that are doing the live. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that is one of those things and stuff like that. So that is there. So it looks like we already had one of those people again. So thank you, Mona, for that. I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, so we will get started here and things of that nature. So, but hopefully it is a good live and everything like that. So, but yeah, so welcome in everybody. So a little bit about me and everything like that. So I guess that is an introduction in itself. So, so basically I have been intuitive all my life and things like that. And then I realized I didn't know exactly what it was that I had these gifts and things like that when I was a kid. So that is basically where I had no idea and things like that. So that is basically there and things like that. So, but yeah, so that is where I was intuitive all my life. When I was younger, I saw these shadows and silhouettes of people that have crossed over and things like that. I was terrified of sleeping in my room and things like that. So when I was younger, alone, so I always had to have my mom or dad stay with me until I fell asleep because I would always see things and stuff like that. So that was basically the gift, but it wasn't until I would say 2010, 2011 or so is when I was going through my spiritual awakening and things like that. And the first one, so I had another one later as well. That was a deeper spiritual awakening and things of that nature. So that is kind of where I learned what my gifts were. I am a medium as well, but I'm also an intuitive, and my specialty is definitely angels and things like that, and angel readings. I love doing angel readings and things of that nature. Well, that's nice, Mona. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that had to have that happen. You had to have one of your parents stay in your room as well. But yeah, so I was terrified of sleeping in my room as well, like I was saying before. But yeah, so my gifts are empathic, and I can sense energy as well. So those are my strongest gifts. I do have a little bit of clairvoyance, and then I can also have a little bit of clairaudience as well. But my main strongest gifts are the empathic and also the intuitive, and then the angels, and then the mediumship as well, and things like that. So that is basically a little bit about me. So if you would like to book a reading after the collective reading for the week, so the link, the main link is in the main page of my bio on YouTube. So if you would like to get a reading, you can most certainly do so. Just let me know if you book it, so that way I can go ahead and look for it and things like that. So that is always something as well. So we shall go ahead and get started here on the reading and everything like that. So let me see what this week is upcoming. So this is for the week of the 26th, or actually the 19th through the 25th. I was skipping ahead a week. So the week of the 19th to the 25th. So All right, so here we go. So this is for the week of February 26th or February 19th through the 25th. February 19th through the 25th of what does everybody need to know. Oh, hi, Prep. How are you? Thank you for joining. Let me add you as moderator, Prep. All righty, so what does everybody need to know for this upcoming week? Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of imbalancement for this week already, is what I am sensing. So I feel like it's all about balance already for the week and stuff like that. And I think this is going back to what I was going through before on my last TikTok video, is that it was all about us finding the balance and new direction for this week. So the first card here that I drew for the week is the base chakra. And I will go ahead and add Nicole as moderator as well. And hi, Nicole. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. All right. So the first card here is that we have is the base chakra. And as you guys know, this is all about the root of things. So this is all about the foundation. So this is where we are trying to feel more secure and things of that nature. So this is, if you're thinking of the Maslow's hierarchy, if you remember psychology and the background, it's all about our basic needs and figuring out our basic needs and things like that. So, and I feel like this is going to help us stay rooted into the ground and the earth, and also where we are needing to stay grounded during this period and things like that. Oh, it is quite a chilly one out, actually, Nicole. It is definitely very chilly. So this is basically where it is telling us to remain grounded and everything like that. And this is also showing us that our root, our base chakra, is also a little bit blocked and needs a little bit of a balance as well. So the next card here is that we have is the Choose Your Battles card and everything like that. And this is all about us standing our ground and standing firm for what we believe in. So I feel like this is very much setting boundaries and things like that. This was also in one of my TikTok videos as well. So it could be in relation to what is going on as a collective and things like that. So all about us maintaining our boundaries, remaining firm of what we believe in, and things of that nature. So that is where that is at, and things of that nature. So that is really where that is at, and things like that. So that is the next card here is that we have. And then the next card after that is that we have is the throat chakra. So this is all about us speaking our truth and being honest with ourselves about what is coming through and things like that. So I feel like this is in relation to us not seeing things clearly. So whatever it is that we have going on in our lives is all about us seeing things very clearly and having things be honest. So whatever it is that we're not being honest within ourselves, it's all about speaking our truth and standing up for our self-worth and self-value. So that is where that is at and things of that nature. So um, that is definitely one of those things as well. So that is definitely important. And of course, it is important to work on our throat chakra in this regard to speaking our truth and things of that nature. So that is there as well. And then, of course, we do have here is the third eye chakra. So we have a lot of chakras for this week that are coming up where we need to work on in order to remain grounded. So, and of course, we have a lot of major things going on in the world right now, especially in the US of where we are. So I feel like this reading is giving us a sneak preview of what this week is going to be all about and things like that. So this is all about third chakra, following our intuition, listening to higher self, guides, angels, loved ones on the other side, and things of that nature. So that is really where that is at. And then that is also where we also need to work on the third eye as well, because it can be a little bit blocked as well. So seeing things in perspective and things like that. So that is always very, very important and things like that. So to work on the whole balance in general. So, and to tie everything off, I feel like the main message of this week is having that balance of things like that. I feel like a lot of us are trying to do too much at the same time. And I feel like it's all about focusing on the here and now, focusing on one thing at a time, and then just kind of like growing from that as well. So it's just kind of a reminder not to overdo and during this time and things like that. So the next card here is that we have is the flow card, which is all about my favorite phrase, which is going with the flow of things and allowing things to come as they are and just allowing ourselves to be in the moment, be in the present. So whether that's doing a little bit of guided meditations or taking a walk in nature, or I know a lot of us it's going to be cold this week, so that's not really a good the best thing to do unless you like the cold and going out in the cold. But that is always an option to help remain grounded. And also, I also find that having nature in your home where you can bring in either a flower or home plants or anything of that nature can help us feel connected to nature and help us to feel more grounded and at peace. So that is there and things like that. So, and of course, this is the sign of balance, and this is my symbol for the Libra, the zodiac sign of Libra. So this is always where it is going to be with Libra, because Libra is all about balance and finding balance in their lives. So that is where that is at and things like that. So the overall here for this deck is the dedicated effort. So putting in effort for where we need to be putting in the effort and things like that. So it's all about having that narrow focus. So I feel like this is all about having us focus on something that we are trying to improve in our life and things like that. Oh, I'm so glad, Prep. I'm glad that it's all resonating for you. I'm so glad to hear that. And things like that. So, but that is where it's important to focus and basically just align within our goals for the 2025. I know a lot of people are putting out their New Year's resolutions, or I don't really like to put out resolutions anymore for the new year. I write out my intentions for the year, and if I have that or want that intention badly enough, then I will focus on that intention. So obviously, one of my goals this year is working on my business and increasing that as well. So that is one of those things. Mona, that is funny. And things like that. So the next card here is that we have here is the open up. So I think this is also going along with the throat chakra. And this is all about communication. So this is about communication and whether that be from someone in your life that you're wanting that communication that can lead to communication, or it is just basically where it is all about being honest. So it could be either one. So it's up to you of where that is. So that is the first deck that we are going to use and things like that and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so that is one of those things and stuff like that. So the next deck that we're going to use is my handy dandy, the Angel Wisdom deck and things like that with Bradley Valentine. And we are going to draw of what everybody needs to know from there. So what does everybody need to know at this time? So what does everybody need to know at this time? Ooh. All right. I love it. Ooh. All right, so we got quite a few things going on in this deck already. And the first deck, or the first card here in this card is the Queen of Chalices. So loving, compassionate, psychic, self-sacrificing, deep psychic insights, caring for others, but forgetting to take care of yourself. Trust your intuition, a deep love of family and friends, follow your heart. So this is all about us following our heart, believing in ourselves, and not forgetting us to set our own boundaries, what we went back to previously, and working on maintaining our boundaries. Like for myself, I'm working on maintaining my boundaries and things like that. So that's a perfect reminder for myself and things like that. So, but not allowing that burnout to come into play for many of us. But yeah, so that is really where that is at and things of that nature. So, but that is very much there and things like that. So that is one of those exciting things and stuff like that. So the next card here is that we have is the 10 of Wands. So this is a fantastic card. I love the deck. I love the artwork in this deck. So that it's very creative. I love the quality. And it's working too hard or too many hours, the need for balance in life. Let others help you, health problems due to stress. So it's all about allowing us to have that balance, allowing that self-care, putting in that self-care and self-love for that. And Archangel Chamuel is really coming in at this time, and he is really helping us to be able to have that balance, have that self-care and self-love, and working on our heart chakra, along with Archangel Raphael does that as well. But Archangel Chamuel is one where they can help with creating that, opening your heart, and not just giving, but also making sure to focus on ourselves. So it's all about that balance of give and take. So the equal parts of giving, but receiving that love as well. So the next card here is that we have is Wise Counselor. So that one is also really good as well with a Wise Counselor, and it is unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compared to traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So this is also seeking, whether it be myself. I do see Nicole in the chat. So you can also reach out to Nicole as well for any Reiki healing as you need. And also, it's also not only included with the spiritual part as well, but also with the not only the spiritual part, but also it can go with a counselor as well. A professional counselor can help you dive into deeper matters on the mental health side of things. So I'm a mental health advocate, so I truly am going to advocate for the mental health side of things. So that is there. So the next card here is that we have is, oh, you're very welcome, Nicole. And Nicole, we might have to do I would love to do like do a live with you on YouTube and card readings and Reiki at the same time. I feel like that would be awesome. The Knight of Wands is passionate, confident, charismatic, restless, events requiring immediate action, trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. So that is very excellent. That is where things are going to be moving at a faster pace. So things are going to be speeding up a little bit. So I don't know about you guys. I feel like the energy has been really chaotic, and I feel like the beginning of the year has moved really fast, and I can't believe the first half of the month of it is almost gone already. And things of that nature. So, but yeah, so that is very much there and things of that nature. So, but yes, so that is where things are going to be speeding up and things like that. So, of course, it can also, this could also be in relation to romance as well. However you choose to focus that of what it is standing out for you and things like that. The next card here is that we have is the Knight of Swords. And we do have intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. So this is basically all about, I feel like this is all about having us go more within and really evaluating where we are currently, and where I feel like it's asking us where we might hold back in certain areas of our lives. So whether it be in relationships, love and romance, or other areas of our lives. So it's asking us to reevaluate that in certain aspect of things and stuff like that. That is basically where that is at, and things like that. So I feel like that is the message here. It's like going more within and understanding that aspect and things like that. So, but the overall, which is surprise, surprise, is the balance. And this is the balance card here, everybody. And it is blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful, compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So again, the main theme is balance. Remember back in the beginning where we were mentioning all about balance, it is where that is at and things like that. So absolutely fantastic. So the next card here is that we have is the Ten of Chalices. So as you know, in the regular tarot, this is the good card to have. This is all about happy home life. This is where, in love and romance, this is where that will indicate a happy ending and things like that. But in general, it's all about that happy home life, happy family. And of course, this weekend could also be a sense of community with everything going on as well. And things like that. A happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can trust, basically, is that one as well, and things of that nature. So that is absolutely fantastic. So we'll pull a little bit, 3 cards from the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Prague. I love me some James Van Prague, and things of that nature. So these are the lesson cards, as I always like to say. What is the main message that everybody needs to know for this week? Oh my gosh, it's snowing over here, guys. It's like I was looking up, and it's already snowing. It's very pretty, actually. Oh, thank you, Prep. I definitely will try to stay warmer. It's supposed to go on Tuesday, I believe it's supposed to be -6 here. So it's going to be very, like, where that is at. Not only do I have my heat going, but I also have my space heater going as well. But the cards that I drew in this deck are going to be the empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So this is all about having that compassion and that understanding of what everybody is going through. So being kind to ourselves, being gentle with ourselves, being gentle with others, showing that love and showing that compassion with other people, especially since this week is a lot going on in the world, and things like that right now. So always best to show that kindness to yourself and to other people and things like that. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I definitely will be safe. And Teddy is doing absolutely fantastic. He is not in this room right now. He's actually on my bed. So he likes to take his afternoon naps on my bed in the usual spot on the corner on the end of the bed. And things of that nature. So the next card here is that we have is the indecision card. So that is, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life, and things of that nature. So this is where we are feeling, I feel like this is what is causing that imbalance within us, because we're not knowing what direction to turn to. So I feel like this is all about once we gain that balance, we will have more clarity on making that decision. Yes, and cat after my own heart. I definitely agree, Nicole. And yes, definitely, he is so cute when he is that way. Now, Mona, when I am working from home at my day job and things like that, it is where he will do that in the afternoon where I am doing my work, and he'll just lay there in the bed and things like that. So he's very cute when he does that and things like that. So, but the next card here is that we have is the fear card. So I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And that is where it's not allowing our fear to get in the way, but allowing us to go in our heart space, or not allowing our ego as well. And just allowing ourselves to remain calm. So even with everything that happened yesterday on TikTok or whatever, it was where we just had to remain calm about the situation, even if we didn't know what was going to happen. In the moment, it's just where I always felt everything would be fine. But yeah, so that is there. And then we'll draw one overall card unless you guys want to see a medium deck, and we can draw a message from that as well. And oh, you're very welcome, Prep. And you said I struggle getting off my porch in the front and back of the house when I lived in Ohio. if we had a ring cam back then, I'd be rich. I definitely get that. Alrighty. So, what is the overall message that everybody needs to hear? Oh, so what am I grateful for right now? So, adapt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. So today's soul action, universal law of attraction, says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and think of 3 things today for which you are grateful today. And then notice the abundance growing within you. And you're very welcome, Nicole. I am glad that you enjoyed it, and things of that nature. So do you guys want me to draw one from the mediumship deck that I have, or before we wrap things up? Because I don't think anybody has bought a reading. If I didn't see anybody, which is the first live, so I wasn't really like expecting it for the first live and things like that. But what do you guys think? Should I draw one from the mediumship deck? It is definitely a tough live prep, but I'm still getting used to the YouTube format and things like that. So I can definitely draw one. So if you guys have any messages that come through that are resonating with you, you guys can always do so. Can we see the deck too? Yes, absolutely. So this is the mediumship training deck. It is 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. So that is one of those things and stuff like that. So that is where that is and stuff like that. So Chris says my head tends to get in the way and all the time and things like that. Oh my goodness. That is too funny and things of that nature. So we will see what Spirit has in store for us. So if you want to think of a loved one, you can while I'm drawing a deck and see what messages are going to come through for you. Oh, so we do have the beautiful card of Soul Connection. Yay! I love that. The same energy that makes up the stars in the sky, which is the same energy that's coursing through the universe, is in each and every one of us. We're all made of the same energy, and as souls, we are always connected to everything and each other. And it's not always easy to see ourselves or others as a soul or a spiritual being. We're often too caught up living in the divine or living in the physical world and forgot our very own divine nature. This card encourages you to appreciate and see people on a soul level. This will help you express the love through your heart and experience interactions with others as a soul. It may be somewhat hard at times, especially when meeting difficult people, but what you're doing is trying to make a soul-to-soul connection. Try to relate to them from a divine perspective instead of responding purely by what your eyes see or your ears hear. By doing so, you will see the real person and appreciate the good that is inside each of and every one of us. Occasionally, that divinity, that goodness that you know is there, may be buried deep due to past hurts, protective layers, or life conditioning. And seeing others as a soul first will help you to open your heart so you have a better connection with people here. In doing so, your compassion will significantly enhance your spiritual connection to the flows and spirit world. So that is amazing, amazing message. And then I might as well just draw one more. Oh, hi, Erin. How are you? Thank you. It was a beautiful message, wasn't it? I definitely love that. And then so we have is the turn on switch. Sometimes that's very hard for me to do because I'm always picking up something and things like that. Hi, Erin. I'm glad that you made it. Thank you for joining me on the first live on YouTube. And things like that. So we do have is the successful communication between the two realms occurs when the medium is completely prepared in body, mind, spirit, and ready to serve. Let the spirit world know you are ready to work by having your own personal turn on switch ritual. So, in case you guys don't know, I go through a whole ritual before doing readings and things like that. If I have time, I will do a meditation, but usually I do a cleansing of my energy and space and things like that. And then I call in all my people on my spiritual team to help me connect to your guys' energy. And I also connect to the other side as well. So that is really how I prepare and things like that. So as you guys know, when you're tuning into the other side, it is where there is a higher vibrational level than us. They're in the 5D, we're in the 3D. So there's a large gap there and things like that. So that we have to raise our vibration when we're tuning in. A turn on switch can be any ritual that resonates specifically with you. It could be a prayer, a meditation, a mantra, a special song, lighting a candle, reading a book, or even dancing. Since it is your switch, make it personal to you. Having the same ritual empowers you and becomes part of your unique process as you prepare to open yourself to spirit communication. Working with spirit is a sense, a partnership. Your special turn on switch is not just meant for you. It is also a signal to those in spirit. It lets them know you're prepared and ready to begin. You've taken a breath, let go of the day, let go of you and what is yours. Slow down your mind and made room for the spirit world. You've opened and expanded your aura, and you're now welcoming them to draw close and blend with you. Take your time choosing your personal turn-on switch, or maybe you already have one. Once you start this practice or ritual and realize what it represents, it's likely to become an important and fundamental part of your spiritual practice that can be used for the rest of your life. So that is some pretty awesome ones. So we have this soul connection, and then we have the turn on switch. So I feel like that is also helpful when we are recognizing a soul connection around us. So that can also be helpful because you can always feel it within your soul when you are with a soul connection. So, and as Mona knows my story a little bit more, and so does Nicole, as she is still here. They know my story and things like that. So that is definitely most likely the case, and things of that nature. So, yeah, so hopefully you guys definitely enjoyed that. That brings us to the end of the collective reading. So if you guys are wanting a personal reading, I'm just going to disconnect from the collective here. And you're very welcome, Prep. I don't know if anybody got a personal reading, so it's open. I'll be on a couple minutes longer. If nothing comes through, then we'll just close out there, and then we shall see. So the link should be located on the main page of my main bio page on YouTube. It's the Planely store as well. So that is where it is. Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, Mona. So I'm just going to check double quick and see if anybody bought something. So that way I know. All right, so we are good right now. So that is there. I'll wait a couple more minutes. So how is everybody doing? Are we excited for the live tonight, Nicole? I know I am very much excited. So now is a good time to hydrate and stretch as well. Oh, wow. We already been on here for 46 minutes and 54 seconds. I will say the very first few minutes. Sounds good, Prop. That's definitely understandable. I don't know if I'm going to keep TikTok. That is understandable as well because right now it's uncertain. I probably will I will still take advantage of it while it is here, since we don't know what's going to happen overall yet. But I will still be on there as well, and things like that. So, but yes, did Nicole say what time she was going live today? Do you know? Was it the usual time or was it earlier? Because I didn't know if we were doing a TikTok live or a YouTube live and then a TikTok live or the StreamYard live first and then. Yes, I agree. We need a replay of Mona and Nicole doing Galactic. And things like that. So, oh, that's a good idea, Mona. I'm going to start trying to do that as well. And I think there's a way that you can upload your lives to YouTube. I don't know how you save them. I will try to figure that out. So, so that way I can post on here as well. And yes, thank you all very much for joining on my first live. I will say I was very nervous at the beginning, but once I got used to it, it was great. Usually I'm used to the video portion and things like that, not like a live and things like that. Thank you. It's been a while. For those of you that don't know, I used to do, if you do remember Blog Talk TV or that site and things like that, I used to do a podcast on there every week. And I did live call-ins and things like that on there too for questions. And I had a guest host back in the day. Yay, thank you, Mona. I greatly appreciate it. And I thank you both and everyone for joining. And Aaron, thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your support and things like that. So my goal is to do the weeklies on the Sundays and things like that. So I will try to make that on a Sunday. sometime in the afternoon. I don't know, and things like that. So it just kind of depends and things like that of what time. It can fluctuate, and that's kind of like what I will do for the lives and things like that. I am thinking about doing a podcast too on here, so I'm going to incorporate all those things and stuff like that. I don't know what to incorporate on a podcast yet, but I will think about it and then start incorporating that. But yeah, so thank you guys. I greatly appreciate you joining. I think we're going to end it here for today. So if you would like a personalized reading with me, you can always visit me on my Planoly store. And then the link is in the main bio page. And then you can always purchase a reading. Right now I have an hour reading and a half-hour reading on there. I may have other ones on there too for right now that you can choose from for a variety of prices and things like that, as I try to make things fair for everybody and things like that. So, but yeah, so, and that is where that is at. So, but I love you guys. Oh, I'm glad prep. You can see me doing a podcast prep. Oh, good. Yes, so I love you. For those of you in Nicole's group, I will see you very shortly for when we do Nicole's live and things like that. And I love you guys, and I will hope you all have an amazing Sunday, and I will talk with everybody later. Bye, everybody.